Alright, you fellow YouTubers, this is the 125 gallon freshwater community tank. Just about to do our weekly water change here, and I thought I'd give you a little video on it. I went ahead and I already changed out my filter sock, so I got a fresh clean one on there. The system is turned off, so you can see the water level is high in the sump. The other filter socks, what I do to clean them is I run a little 300 gallon an hour pump in my kitchen sink with some water and a cap full of bleach. Let it run in there for about 15 minutes or so. Then I drain all the water out and then fill it with fresh water. Now I do that 2 or 3 times, and every time I let it soak in fresh water, I leave the pump running to keep the water circulating in there. But this is how I clean all my filters, socks, and the filter pads. Pretty basic. I would wash them in the washing machine, but in my apartment it's 75 cents per wash, and I'm only washing this, so kitchen sink works just fine for that. The way I do my water change is I got the Python set up. It runs all the way over here, over, up, and if you can see, I kind of hold it tight between the overflow box and the side of the tank, so it's not going to go anywhere. I go ahead and turn on the faucet and start siphoning water. You can see the water going through, and it'll quiet down when it gets to this faucet. It's almost there. Yeah, big difference. Now the water's full siphon. What I do in this time, since the water's on and flowing, I try to get the temperature, or as close to the tank temperature as I can. A couple degrees won't make a huge difference, but you want it to be as close to it as possible. Keep my tank at about 80 degrees now. I've been doing it for a while, so I can pretty much go by touch. Feels pretty good. We're going to be doing a 50% water change today. Takes a little bit on a 125 gallon tank to drop the level down halfway. So it's going to be a 2-part video. So far I've showed you I've already changed out the filter socks. So there won't be anything else like that. None of the filter pads will be getting cleaned or anything like that, because I don't clean my filter pads here because it's all good bacteria growing in there all through here. I don't know if you can see it. You really can't see it, but you can tell there's a little bit growing really well, that brownish color right there. That's not debris, that's all good bacteria starting in there. And underneath here is not too much. You can tell there's a little bit of the feeding from last night and a little bit extra that came out when I changed the filter sock. But this is all good bacteria, so I don't want to disturb that. Unless it's really restricting the flow. And what I'll do is I'll take a few gallons of the aquarium water and put it into a 5-gallon bucket, and then I just lightly rinse them out in there. You don't want to rinse all that good bacteria away, otherwise it's defeating the purpose of having them. After I do my water change, I will also check the pH levels in the tank. I don't check for much other than that. pH, if your pH is in the right area, odds are your levels are going to be okay. Since I've been doing it for a while, I can get away with that because, well, I know exactly what water is going in here, and I know exactly how to control it and keep it right where I'm at. So somebody a little less experienced, I would probably go ahead and check for all your nitrates, nitrites, and everything like that routinely, weekly. Um, but I know where my nitrites are, my nitrates, and I know where the ammonia level are. It's nearly non-existent. We're talking 0.00 parts per million on nitrates and nitrites and ammonia. Um, Other than that, I might have a little bit of a higher phosphate level, but I'm running Phosex to help eliminate a lot of the phosphates produced by their waste and feeding. So this is where I'm going to stop this first part one of this video of the weekly maintenance on my 125 gallon. Happy tanks!